Thank you, Chairman Woodson. Yesterday, we came before the commission and presented 6 proclamations for passage that more or less set the 2014-2015 hunting seasons. Today, we come before you to present these proclamations, and I will go through them one by one. We ask the full commission for passage of Proclamation 14-03, which is our statewide big game hunting seasons. I will add that the committee recommended an amendment to that proclamation regarding the spring turkey season, and as amended, it was presented to change the date, the opening day of turkey season, to April 3rd, which is the Good Friday, and progressing for the next 45 days.
And do we want to go all the way through these? I know that we do have some.
No, this is the entire.
This is the entire changes, certainly. So, Mr. Chairman, I do want to make the recommendation from the Wildlife Committee on this proclamation. I'd also, if it's appropriate, would ask you to recognize Commissioner Teague for discussion on one piece of the work that came out of committee.
Okay. Commissioner Teague.
Thank you. I apologize for going around on this subject, but I think after some thoughts I had last night, I would like to go back to the original recommendation of the agency, which was to start on Saturday, April 4th, progressing for the next 44 days.
Okay, on turkey season. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Excuse me, yes, for turkey season 2015.
All right.
Certainly. And so,
Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, I want to make sure, given a couple of weeks ago when I was so bold as to move to adjourn, and it was not my duty to do that, are we making recommendations for you and you chairing this? I just want to make sure I got my protocol right.
You get a maker the motion, and I'll get the second.
Perfect. I'd like to move it as amended, and then I believe Chairman Teague will make it. I think it's got to come before us properly.
Well, I'll ask legal, but if you want to go back to the original proposal, I don't know that we'd actually need to amend it, that we could just vote on.
I want to make sure we get
We'll
this right.
get
So I
it right.
appreciate
That's the
you,
main
Mr.
thing, is
Chairman.
get it right.
I believe the committee's action was just a recommendation.
Exactly. It's
So it's before the
non-binding.
commission has filed.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Then, Mr. Chairman, I'd make the recommendation, unless there's objection by any member of the commission, to go to the original agency recommendation on Proclamation 1403 for big game hunting.
Okay, I have a motion to have a second.
Second.
I have a second. Is there any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, Proclamation 1403 passes. Ms. Woodson?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Recognize Chief Radijak on Proclamation 1404.
We came before the commission yesterday and presented Proclamation 1404, which discusses the dove seasons and regulations, and there was quite a discussion regarding the potential for a 90-day dove season. The one thing I would like to remind the full commission, or the full commission, is that we very much anticipate the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service allowing the full 90 days. It's not a done deal. It won't be a done deal until next month, but it's almost certain that it will go to this 90-day season. And the original recommendation came before the commission, and after discussion, the Wildlife Committee recommended an amendment to change the setup of that 90-day season as reflected what is in the slide.
Thank you, Chief. And Mr. Chairman, the Wildlife Management Committee recommends the passage of Proclamation 1404 as amended by the committee.
Have a motion to have a second.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, Proclamation 1404 as amended yesterday in committee passes. Okay?
And we'll move to Proclamation 1405, WMA hunting seasons.
We bring before the Commission Proclamation 1405, which deals with wildlife management area regulations. As presented, the Wildlife Committee accepted everything except for a recommendation for one amendment, which was to change the verbiage. Originally, our recommendation stated that the release or possession of pen-raised upland game birds, and it was recommended that we change that to reflect only quail would be prohibited, except on field trial areas of Percy Priest and Tellico Lake WMAs.
Thank you, Chief. Mr. Chairman, the Wildlife Committee recommends Proclamation 1405 as amended by committee.
Okay, have a motion, have a second. Second. Have a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right. Proclamation 1405 passes. Ms. Woodson?
Chief Ryder, you're recognized on Proclamation 1406.
Proclamation 1406 deals with our National Wildlife Refuge regulations. There was no discussion, no recommendations out of the committee, and we ask for passage of Proclamation 14-06.
Thank you, Chief. Mr. Chairman, the Wildlife Management Committee recommends Proclamation 1406 as presented by the Agency on National Wildlife Refuges and other federal areas.
Okay, I have a motion, to have a second.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Proclamation 1406 passes. Ms. Woodson?
Chief, you're recognized on Proclamation 1408, Rankin WMA.
Proclamation 1408 defines the boundaries of Rankin Wildlife Management Area. There were no amendments that came out of the committee, so we ask for passage of Proclamation 14-08.
Thank you, Chief. Mr. Chairman, the Wildlife Management Committee recommends Proclamation 1408 without amendments.
Okay, I have a motion, to have a second. Okay, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Proclamation 1408 passes. Ms. Woodson?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Chief. I'd like to recognize Assistant Chief Nifong to discuss Proclamation 1407, manner and means.
In the essence of time, and avoid me fumbling around the computer, I will not pull up the slide of it. I'll be happy to address any questions, concerns you might have on this manner and means proclamation.
Unless there are any questions from members of the committee, I'd like to make the recommendation that Proclamation 1407 on manner and means be adopted by the full commission based on the recommendation of the Wildlife Management Committee.
Okay, I have a motion, to have a second. Second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Proclamation 1407 passes.
If I may share something with the commission for just a second, I shared it with Ms. Woodson last night. A couple of days after the April commission meeting, I received a phone call from a gentleman in Memphis, and he said, "I'm disabled, can I hunt out of my truck?" And my answer to him was no. As we got into the discussion, I found out that he had lost one or two legs over in Afghanistan. So I'll be able to call him this afternoon and tell him that he is now legal with his vehicle. I thought that was appropriate for Memorial Day call. Thank you all.
At the request of one commissioner, we're going to take a break, but hey, it's 5 minutes. I'm going to hit the gavel in 5 minutes.
It was not this commissioner.